everyone, and welcome to today's video, and I'm going to share with you my favorite tips to help you do your grocery shopping on a budget. Okay, so I hear from a lot of people that, living a healthy lifestyle is so much more expensive compared to buying unhealthy food or processed foods or foods that are more convenient. And while I do understand that to a certain degree, there are different things that you can do each week that can help reduce the cost of your grocery shopping and make healthy eating actually accessible to you. Okay, so I'm going to share these few tips with you today in this video. And my first tip that I want to share with you is all about organizing and meal planning and, planning out what you're actually eating each week. Because if you're going into the supermarket 3 or 4 times during the week, not knowing what you're eating, what meals you're having, and you're just randomly picking up stuff, you're going to buy things that you don't need. So maybe you already have the ingredients at home. You're going to just be sort of picking up random things. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll have this, maybe I need that, and there's no structure. And you will tend to buy things that you don't need, and then therefore you're going to be actually spending more money. So what you can do to actually prevent this is every week get yourself organized. Meal planning is it's so effective also for weight loss, but if we're just talking here about saving money, it's very effective for that. So each week what you can do is plan out your meals, get yourself a shopping list, then you're going into the supermarket and you know exactly what you're buying. It also means that some ingredients you can spread out through several days, so you're not wasting anything as well. So get organized each week, plan out the meals for the family, know what you're bringing to work for lunch, and go to the supermarket with your list. You're going to cut costs hugely by doing this rather than going in 4 times a week and just randomly picking up items and sort of not really having any direction into what you're going to cook, because that's definitely always going to be more expensive than actually having a plan. Okay, so that was my first tip. My second tip is to actually shop local. So rather than always going to the big supermarket chains, you should investigate what is available to you in your local area. So maybe taking a trip to the local market on a Saturday and picking up your fresh fruit and vegetables, or maybe there's some local businesses around you that also sell some, local fresh fruit and vegetables. Generally, the local places actually tend to be much more cheaper than the high street chains or the sort of big supermarkets. So if you want to cut costs in buying your fresh fruit and vegetables, get yourself down to your local market or the local shops, because it's definitely going to be cheaper. And also it's really nice to actually support the local businesses in your area as well. Okay, so that's my second tip. And my third tip is to bulk up on frozen fruit and vegetables. So frozen fruit and vegetables can actually sometimes be more nutritious than the fresh stuff, and this is because if they're frozen relatively quickly after being picked, they're going to hold all the nutrients. So they are very nutritious. Just because something is frozen doesn't mean that it's not healthy. It definitely is, and it can be even more nutritious than the fresh stuff that's sitting out the shelves for a long time. So stock up on lots of frozen vegetables. Buy the frozen fruit that you can pop into your smoothies in the morning, or that you can bake with, or anything like that. It's definitely a cheaper alternative rather than always buying fresh fruit and vegetables. You can stock up and always have someone stand by in your freezer. And my fourth tip is regarding having vegetarian days, set vegetarian days throughout the week. So buying meat every single day, especially if you're feeding a whole family, can be quite expensive. And I think it's a very good idea, and it's also quite healthy to have scheduled vegetarian days throughout the week. So maybe you can take a break from having some meat, and 2 days you can opt for vegetarian meals. And these are very cost effective, because obviously you don't have to buy the meat, and you can bump up your meals with some beans, lentils, chickpeas, these sort of things. So that's definitely a way to cut the cost as well throughout the week. And my fifth tip is to buy in bulk. So rather than going into the supermarket one day here and then the next day running in and grabbing that. Like, okay, obviously you'll probably have to make a few stops at the supermarket every week because you know you can't buy everything in one go, and you want stuff to be fresh, and you're feeding a whole family, and I totally understand that. But it's good to sort of have a plan, you know, referring back to point number one, and going in and buying stuff in bulk as well, because have a look and see what offers are on. And maybe it's, you know, very good offers, you know, like buy one get one free on some of the healthy options. And this is great because then you can stock up on some other things. And what you can also do is, before you go to your supermarket or you go and do your shopping for the week, what you can do is look in advance and see what deals are on in your local store, and then plan your meals around that. So maybe one week they might have an offer on salmon, so that you know, okay, well, we can you know, do a dish this week on salmon, or maybe they're having an offer with some beans or some lentils, and you know, then you can sort of plan your meals around the different offers that are on in the supermarket. So there are my 5 tips for you today to help you sort of cut the cost and to make sure that, you know, healthy eating is actually available to everyone. And I sometimes find that we think it's more expensive, and don't get me wrong, it can be more expensive, but there's different sort of tips and tricks that you can do throughout the week that can really help you save the pennies. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below this video, and I will see you all soon in another video.